Oh boy.
All right, we in. Yes, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well, we're going to give a few minutes just to give people a chance to come in. About 5 minutes. I don't see us yet. Good morning. We're going to give it like about 4 minutes for people to come in, and then we're going to go on with the discussion.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, we're on. Yes, good morning. What is your identity with fulfillment? That's going to be the topic today. So we're going to give it a few more minutes for people to come on. And after those few minutes, Judy and I going to have a discussion about fulfillment. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you a little music so you can relax and enjoy these 3 last minutes. Only three. Only three. And we're just going to have some energy vibration music going. Mhm. I hope everybody's having a great drive to work and had a great weekend for the holidays. So we have 2 more minutes. So just lay back and relax and stay focused on the road. If you're listening, driving. So we have 2 more minutes. One more minute and we're going to be live. Well, we are live. We're going to start our discussion. So the music this morning that we're listening to is Release Subconscious Fears. Okay. Welcome to Conscious
Welcome to
Awakening,
Conscious Awakening,
featuring Judy
featuring
Davis,
Judy Davis,
Elray
Elray
Tasker,
Tasker,
and Kimberly
and Kimberly
Davis.
Davis.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning, Kim.
I hope everybody had a great weekend. Happy holidays. Hope it was peaceful. Hope you had some fun. So, this morning, we're going to be talking about fulfillment. Remember, we've been talking about self, and remember the acronym for self is spirituality for S, E is for evolving, L is for love, and F is for fulfillment. So we've been covering each one of these every other week. And this week is all about fulfillment. So Judy and myself are going to take on this task this morning, and we're going to talk about fulfillment. And if anybody's on, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But Judy and I are going to have a great morning talking about fulfillment. So the questions today is, what is your identity with fulfillment? Are you chasing perfection or progress? Do you appreciate those who are in your life? Are you living on purpose? Do you clearly understand your own purpose? These are the things we're going to cover today. And I truly want to get down and talk about fulfillment. I really like talking about the whole thing about self. I really enjoy this process. And I want to thank you guys for coming on. I want you to share this video once you see it. Please share it, please like it. So just take some time and spend some time with Judy and I this morning, and we're going to get down and we're going to open up the floor and we're going to talk about fulfillment. So, really, what is fulfillment, Judy? What is it all about? Because I just really learned just really began to understand the difference between success and fulfillment, being happy and being fulfilled, because most like success it's like temporary. Success to me usually leave you wanting more, to the point that sometimes you get addicted because you just want more and more and more. And then when you don't get that, you left kind of, blasé or stuck or maybe not happy because you feeling like you didn't get what you wanted, or you're not successful, or you start judging yourself and feeling like you're not successful. So that's how I feel about it. And then happiness to me is temporary, because one moment you could be happy and the next moment you could be sad. So I really want us to talk about, how do we shift, from happiness, from success to really living a fulfilled life. I mean, because most of the time, I think in societies we are programmed to be, searching for this happiness, and most of the time we're searching for it outside of ourselves. We're not looking for it within ourselves. We're not seeking. But I really truly want to seek fulfillment. That's where I'm at in my life, is seeking fulfillment in everything that I do. Truly seeking fulfillment, even in my relationships, even at work, just learning how to be fulfilled. What's your take? How do you feel?
Well, my take is, as you know, and for anybody that has joined us this morning, I am in the process, just like Kimberly, I'm doing a lot of inner work. And so in that process of me doing my inner work, I have came to a lot of realizations. And when it comes to fulfillment, like Kim said, not looking at it from obtaining or gathering more things, one of the things that I'm challenging, one of the things that I'm challenging in my inner work is that I will no longer try to create everything at once. I have a tendency that I want to create everything at once. I want it all. I want it now. And what happens, and which has been my story, I end up creating nothing at all. And
Mm.
so I am definitely reversing that kind of emotional tendency that I have. You know, I was a woman that had a lot of scattered thoughts. I
Okay.
no longer have scattered thoughts. I'm definitely traversing my mindset to be one to really focus my attention, as you just said, Kim, on purpose.
Yes.
So consistently showing up for my dreams, to me, that's living a fulfilling life. When I'm consistently showing up for my dreams, but in order for me to consistently show up, I had to change the mindset and get rid of my scattered thoughts
Mm.
and my tendency to always try to create everything at once. And then I look up and I said, wow, Judy, you haven't created anything.
That's interesting that you talk about the scattered thoughts. You know, what hit me was the yo-yo, living a yo-yo life. And I have a tendency, my tendency is to, and everything that you said, I can relate to it because it's most definitely I have done it. But the yo-yo hit me one morning and I was like, I just been on this yo-yo and I keep jumping into things and not really truly seeing anything come all the way through and really truly feeling the benefit of it, because then I don't feel fulfilled. And it's no one else's fault but mine, because I'm always, like you said a minute ago, wanting everything to happen at one time. But I think for me, mine has had a lot to do with fear of not believing I can accomplish what I feel deep in my heart, not believing that I can see it all the way through. And then because I get bored very quick, it's like, okay, on to the next. Now I'm gonna start some stuff, but on to the next. So I truly can relate to you, because I have really learned that in order to live a fulfilled life, you must live on purpose and you must understand that purpose for you. It has nothing to do with anyone else's purpose. But I also wanted to stop living the yo-yo life because I wanted to stop making other people unhappy, because you get involved with other people, even in relationships, and then you realize you don't want to, this is not happening. Or you realize that I'm truly still not happy within me. I truly still have not, fulfilled my mission for what it is that I want to do. I went through the thing with the whole business for my salon, and because I was a yo-yo in that, I didn't get an opportunity to see it come to what I wanted it to become. And not saying that I can't do it now, but I don't have the desire nor the energy to put into it. It's like it's my career. It's keeping me sustained. It's taking care of me. It's my stage. I'm still at a point where I can still communicate with other people, connect to other people, and I love that. So that's what I'm using it for. It's still fulfilling me for us. Like I said, beginning being able to talk with people and express myself with people and make people look beautiful, because I enjoy making people look beautiful. I enjoy helping people, being able to help people come outside of themselves.
Hmm.
you know so I truly enjoy that, so it still gives me those fulfillments. I like to see, I put change somebody's hair and they come in one way and they look another way, and then you see the beauty come out of them. And then I like the fact of creating an environment where people feel safe to talk, where people feel safe to relax, because when they leave out, they be like, oh, I'm so, oh, Kim, thank you so much. I get a lot of reviews on people saying how they enjoy my space. but I'd like to create spaces for people to feel relaxed. So I can really relate to you on the fact of, you said, not just not being focused and a scattered mind. Mine is a yo-yo brain, just be like, well, it used to be. I'm done with that life. Um, Mine was like yo-yo. Just I was like, oh, I'm so tired of living this yo-yo life. I'm so tired of jumping in and jumping out. I really truly want to live a fulfilled life. So I feel like I know, not that I feel like it, I know I'm on a mission, and I feel fulfilled every morning, just like getting up doing this. This makes me feel fulfilled because I feel like I'm living on purpose. I'm not going to allow anything to stop me from living on purpose, because I think you need to know your purpose in life. And I think that's what's happening with a lot of people. We don't know our purpose. And then on the opposite side, Judy, a lot of people have quit their little day-to-day jobs. People are really truly trying to be fulfilled.
Absolutely. I think if you want to change your life, you got to change your thinking. And I think I really sincerely feel that that's what we're going to be, you know, coaching and assisting people to be able to identify in conscious awakening. I want us to be, women and men that, just like you referenced, to think on purpose, because every thought that you think is designing your entire life.
Yeah.
So I want to design my life on purpose, you
Yes.
know, and by thinking on purpose. That's how I want to create my life. My dreams, they inspire me, but my goals change me. So
Mm, okay. That's interesting. And you're saying that that's conscious awakening, because conscious awakening truly want to help people to realize their purpose, clarify their values. And once they clarify their values, they're conscious. They can choose on a conscious level, on an awakening level. You
absolutely.
know, and that's what this is about, is really helping people to awaken to who they are. Why are you here? Why did you choose to even be a wife? Why did you choose to be a teacher? Understanding your true purpose. I think when we get to that place in life, we're going to always have challenge. Don't let me get into saying, oh, the world is going to be perfect, because nothing is perfect. But I think we will have more happier people. People will be able to share from their heart without being afraid, because remember, we talked about love 2 weeks ago, and love is like living from your heart and not being defensive. Not having your defense up all the time, thinking somebody out to get you or hurt you, or you getting in, like jumping into conscious awakening, taking some coaching classes. Oh, well, what are these ladies about? If they don't have, when they come in, there won't be any defenses.
I
Because,
agree.
because what we're creating is something very special to me. It's very special to me, because I've watched my life evolve. I've watched your life evolved. I've watched, other people's life evolve. And because of my life has been evolving, I want to help other people to evolve. I want to help other people to learn how to love from their heart. You
Mhm.
know, want to help other people to learn what is fulfillment. How are you connected to your spirit? What is your connection? What is spirituality about? Because it's truly not about religion. So the self, to me, is key. It is key. Learning about self is so important today, and it's been important. So just imagine, Judy, if people start raising their kids, and you got people out here who do this, start raising their kids to help them identify self at such a young age. What do you think could happen?
The world would be so much different. We would have a peaceful environment. People will be satisfied. They would have feel satisfaction, joy, fulfillment as we began to talk about this topic this morning, I started reflecting, like I said earlier, on my own inner work. And one of the things about fulfillment, I feel, specifically women, we have a tendency to not feel, and maybe men too, but women, we talk. So we kind of have an idea of what each other is going through. And so we have a tendency a lot of times, I know I've had, and the women that I've talked to, that I've family, friends, co-workers, my neighbors, people just in my immediate environment, we struggle with, I'm not confident, I'm not
Mhm.
enough. And then we go into this thing about our weight. I'm either too, I was always thin. So
Okay.
it was like I was always too skinny, or you might have felt that, oh, I was always too big, but I've reached a point in my inner work that I'm happy in my own body right now, and
Yeah.
I'm happy in my own size right now. I'm not trying to, of course, it's definitely, as you said earlier, always room for improvement.
Yeah.
I feel fulfilled in my own body right now, and I feel fulfilled in my size right now. I am enough. I have enough. So I'm turning my life into a masterpiece, one dream at a time.
Wow. I love that, Judy. That's wonderful. I really truly love that, being fulfilled in every, I mean, basically being fulfilled in every aspect of my life. It's like, yeah, I was tripping on my weight, most definitely, like, oh, but I have to honestly say, if I don't like it, I don't like it. But do I love me? I love me where I'm at. Yes, I do. Can I get better with my weight? Yes, I do need to get better. Because first of all, it's for health reasons. First of all, to be healthy. You know, um, I know that the weight doesn't work for me because of it's not for my limbs. My knees start to hurt when I get too big, and I can't do some of the things I love to do. So, and then I don't feel good. I feel sluggish. So I think we have to pay attention to why we want to lose weight. What are the reasons behind it? But to not love who we are and where we are and not be fulfilled at where we at and where we are is another issue, and it causes issues. It set up roadblocks in our life because then we can't see. We wearing these blinders because we're so caught up on this image, and we're so caught up on proving ourselves to someone else,
Hmm.
so those are some of the things. Good morning, Michelle. I just wanted to say good morning, Sherry. Cherie, is that Cherie? I think that's
This
it.
is my Sherry, my
Girl,
niece.
Sherry. Good morning, Sherry. Yeah. So, you guys, if you guys have any questions, we would love to answer your questions. Today is what is your identity with fulfillment? What is your identity with fulfillment? And Judy and I just having a discussion, really talking about our own personal life and about conscious awakening and why we created conscious awakening. Because conscious awakening is created to help people understand self. So remember, the acronym for self is spirituality, evolving, E is for evolving, the L is for love, and the F is for fulfillment. So today we've been discussing self all month, and today is fulfillment. This is the last letter in self. So if you have any questions, if you want to have a discussion with us, come on, let's have a discussion, ladies. We would love to go back and forward because we enjoy that. Like Judy was saying, ladies, we really enjoy talking. And we really do because we had a great session. We had a great little conversation, Judy and I and a client, and a couple of clients. They was at the salon on Wednesday. And we was just having this great conversation. It really feels good when women can collaborate and talk about their own issues and not feel judged
Exactly.
and share their experience and not feel judged. So we want to create that type of environment where people feel free and people feel able to just come in and just let it go because we need a place where we can let go and be free. We
Right.
need that in order to move forward in life, in order to just have a peaceful day, So I think, Judy, most of the times people just need to take a moment of silence and just kind of ask themselves, what is fulfillment about for me? I really think that we have to take time out to think about it and actually feel what it could be like. What is really fulfillment? And am I being fulfilled? Because most of the times, Julie, we walk around and we just living every day. We're not even conscious. We're programmed to do ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got to get up. I got to go to work. I got to clean my body up. I got to take care of the kids, or I got to take care of my husband, or I just got to take care of me. And this is what I got to do. But do we ever stop to take a moment and ask ourselves, are we fulfilled?
I'm definitely doing that daily
Mhm.
because I'm doing my inner work daily.
Yeah.
And I'm beginning to create something you never had, you must become someone you never been. So I'm gonna say
Or,
it again. To
or,
create something you never had, you have to become someone you've never been.
oh, wow.
So I'm really future focused right now. Um,
Okay.
and coaching is present and future coaching. So what we will be us, supporting and teaching our clients is to master their minds and their emotions. So, I'm very visionary.
Mm.
So I'm been in conversations with my future self, and she's extraordinary.
Okay.
I'm practicing new thoughts for my future self.
Yes.
I'm always at this point. I was telling my niece Sherry, we had brunch together on Sunday. So I'm always looking forward. And I was able to share some of my old stories with my niece.
Hmm.
But I also let them know that those old stories, they create familiar emotions.
Yes.
And for me to change my mindset and my emotional health, I have to deal with some unfamiliar emotions and begin to enjoy that.
Hmm.
So I'm making myself proud every day. And like you said, I'm really, really loving myself. And as much as I love you as my best friend, I'm becoming my own best friend, you know?
Oh my God, Judy, can we stop right there?
Am enough. So I just, I'm my own best friend. I just feel just so fulfilled, Kim, and at a very humbling place as
Yes.
I do this inner work. And, I just feel like I'm at a prime time in my life.
I mean, and that's good. That's interesting you say that because I remember when I started going to metaphysical science school back in 206. And I would say between 206, 207, it was just, I spend a lot of time by myself, a lot of time. And I've really got an opportunity to fall in love with me. I used to always tell people that, I want to fall in love with me like I fall in love with a man. But but it's different. But I do understand what you're saying because it really feels good to have a relationship with self.
It does.
It feels
It
good. And
does.
this is something I have been working on for some years, regardless of my struggles, regardless of my setbacks, that I've had since 2016 to now. I have been working on self. I mean, I started working on self truly, probably in my early 20s when I started practicing Buddhism. So it has been a journey. It has been a journey. And I really learned about the love thing in Buddhism, really practicing Buddhism. I truly, really learned about that, and just, even in my first fulfillment was quitting quitting the bank. and becoming a hairstylist. Because I remember my leader saying to me, "You got a chance to fulfill your dreams." Now, here's that word. Now, she said something about fulfillment in my early 20s because I was working at the bank and I was a hairstylist. And I was not fulfilled at the bank. And I was trying to get fired, but they wouldn't fire me. And all you guys was encouraging me, to just resign, which I did do that. And when I came, he gave me that guidance. I was like, "Chant to fulfill my dreams. What is she talking about?" But I did go home and I began to chant to fulfill my dreams. Yes, I did. And I quit the bank and I became a very successful, a happy hairstylist, and have my own business and everything. And I'm still at 57, I'm still doing it. It's still sustaining me, and it's still taking care of me. I'm still enjoying it. So I truly understand what you mean, just enjoying your life, because I was not happy at that bank. I felt, I'm a free spirit woman and I need to be able to grow. Woo, okay, well, I'm gonna stop because Sherry didn't put us a page down here. And let me read it. Oh, shuck it now. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry said, "That's where I am now. I love myself now, but there is room for improvement. I am doing my work with therapy, and the self-fulfillment is what I'm working on because I am a stay-at-home wife, and I am also a homeschooling our children. As much as I enjoy it, I am in agreement with my husband on our family goals. I am looking around like I need my own personal goals. I am looking around like I need my own personal goals, and that's what I am in the beginning of figuring out for Sherry. Need personally for myself, that she needs personally for herself. I am fulfilled as a mom and wife, but self is really where it is, where it's at in order to stay fulfilled in the other areas." Yes, it is, because we have to, we can do all of these things. We can be a great wife, we can be a great mom. Sherry, thank you so much. I really love that. And congratulations, first of all. But we do have to find self in all of that. We do have to be fulfilled in all of that. Congratulations, and thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think that's where we all are at, is really wanting to be fulfilled, like Judy stated. She feels so fulfilled now at this moment. I also too. I feel fulfilled. I don't feel like, like I was maybe even last year. That's okay. Your typo is fine. We clearly understand it. We clearly understand it. I feel fulfilled that I made the decision to come back to conscious awakening. I'm going to bring El Ray in now, and so I'm going to bring him in. Give us 1 second. Good morning, Mr. Ray. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, forgive my tardiness.
That's okay, honey. Yes. So, guys, please forgive me for my backdrop. I'm having issues, computer issues, but that's okay. So, Sherry, that's okay. Enjoy shopping. That's one of my favorite stores. Used to be Sam's Club. But anyway, thank you so much. With this morning, we're talking about fulfillment. Um,
Can I just respond to
sure.
Sherry?
Go ahead, baby.
Thank you so much. Sherry and I had brunch together Sunday, and we had an opportunity to, share our stories and things like that. But Sherry, a couple of things that, as far as your fulfillment, is your self awareness. And that's going to unlock your strengths and your inner resources. So, you're on the first step to a phenomenal journey, just like Kim said. Your whole image, your whole self-image, you know, your mindset, your style, your surroundings, just continue to be courageous. You're a courageous young woman and you're very, very powerful. So always remember that your thoughts are shaping your self image. And also remember that you're the decider for your life. As Kim said earlier, decide on purpose. And then I'm going to lead with this because I definitely want to hear from my brother El Ray. And this is what Kim and I talked about when, I don't know if you were on, Sherry, at that time, but what am I spending my time consuming? And ask yourself, whatever you're spending your time consuming, are you feeling fulfilled? And are you building new habits? Because if you keep doing the same old thing and expecting something different to happen, we already know where that's going to end up. Thanks.
Well, that's that question, Judy. Are you chasing perfection or progress, or are you progressing?
What is right?
Do you appreciate those in your life? Are you living on purpose? So that's most
Right,
definitely.
because sometimes we spend our time. Are we on Facebook all day responding to quotes? Are we watching the TV, being devastated all day? What are we spending our time consuming all day? That's really going to kind of create what we're thinking in our head, which
Exactly.
makes us feel the way we feel, and then we act on that. So I'm trying to build new habits.
Yes, me too, Judy. I'm truly building new habits, most definitely every day, because I don't want to consume. That's why I don't watch the news, because I can't consume all of that. Y'all know, I am not the news lady. I can't, because it really messed with my psyche. I have to be very honest. It changes my behavior. Then I get angry. What am I angry for? So, and I'm so excited about you guys saw that I started this bike ride. I joined the Black Girls Do Ride Bikes. And I'm so happy. That's one of my new form habits that I'm going to get involved in, because I'm so concerned about my health, and I need to be with people who work out, because it motivates me. So what you say again?
The peer group.
Yeah, getting with the right peer group, the right tribe, find your tribe. If you need help, find the right tribe. Conscious Awakening is a great tribe. So join us. Anyway, I'm going to move forward. And Michelle, do you have any questions? You just lay back there in the back cut. I know you're taking it all in. But I'm going to welcome El Ray this morning, and we're going to get down and talk some more about fulfillment. It is 8:38. We still got time. Just lay back and relax. Have a cup of tea, some water, a green drink, something healthy. Keep your mind open. Keep your heart open. And most definitely, let's move forward. And we're going to welcome Mr. Ray.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I pray that your day is going extremely well and that so far is productive. If you're on here, it's being very productive. I just got in. Traffic was a little hectic, so I'm just able to get on now. I didn't know exactly where you all left off at, so I'm at a disadvantage.
Well, it doesn't really matter at this point. We just want to hear from you and what you think of fulfillment.
There are, in my estimation, there are different levels of fulfillment. You have family fulfillment, you have relationship fulfillment, you have career fulfillment, and you have, your friendship circle fulfillments. But and I think we spoke on this last week, Kim, was, are you being fulfilled? Are you fulfilling what your passion and your purposes are in life? Because ultimately, if you're not fulfilling what you're passionate about or what you're purposed for, then you're going to fill a void at some point in your life. You're going to fill a void because, and I say it all the time, where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable, and you're going to end up abusing yourself and the people that you come in contact with because you don't know what you're in their lives for.
Mm,
Are you fulfilling yourself in their life?
mm.
You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
and I think that we look around us and we try to get things that fulfill us outwardly. But are you for being fulfilled on your inward part, on your inward man, on your in your spirit, in your purpose? Are you because the greatest feeling to me in the world is when you know that you've helped somebody else achieve who they're supposed to be. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're life coaching. That's why we're having this whole to do with conscious awakening, because it's not about us, it's about everybody else. We uh I know 1,000% with the book that I wrote, The King's Cupboard, and the workbook, it wasn't about me. It was about everybody else that's coming along, or the men that and the boys and the leaders that have been poured to erroneously and have been poured to and poured into so poorly and have bad foundations. And I believe that the fulfillment of not just yourself, but the fulfillment of others gives you a whole another I guess the word would be I don't know if I'm using it in the right context, but well, it gives you another feeling of goodness about yourself, because when you do something for somebody else and you see the change and the effect that it has on them, it me personally, it makes me uh, it makes me glow. It brings me to a place of fulfillment. It brings me to a place of understanding my purpose. And with that, I believe that um, we're all put on this earth to fulfill somebody else's dream. I believe with all my heart that a person that doesn't fulfill somebody else's vision, it's very hard to make your own come to pass.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, what is how do you go about helping someone fulfill someone's purpose?
Well, I'll say that this is how I do it. What are you most passionate about? And I'm not saying what are you chasing. Are you not the inanimate objects, not the money and the cars, but the life affecting. How are you affecting people's lives? And just like what we're doing, we get up on Tuesdays and we have the morning sessions on Mondays and things that of that nature every week, because it's purposeful and
Okay.
it's fulfilling,
Hey.
or just so we can do a show twice a week, twice a month, excuse me, so we can have some input and um, some good dialogue with our audience and with each other, because whether or not we know it or not, we're all feeding off of each other, and that's what we were put here for.
Hey.
That's what life is all about. I was talking to a friend one day, and he said, without, and I think I shared this with you, Kim, one time, uh, but he said, without human touch, a person dies early. Without love, you don't realize your highest self, and I'm not talking about like that ooh baby love. I'm talking about just love for the sake of love. And you can find your purpose in your passion. What are you most passionate about? Is it people? Is it building a community? Is it building whatever it is that's going to affect change in people's lives? To
Right.
me, That's purpose.
And that's what a conscious awakening is about.
That's it.
Thank you, brother L. I had to breathe on that one. Thank you. 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 That was so you guys, this is what conscious awakening is about. We're fulfilling, we're gonna help others to fulfill their lives, help others to live on purpose, help others to understand their purpose, help others to understand their value. Because once you understand your
Yes.
value, you can truly live on purpose. You can truly feel fulfilled. Mm. Okay, you got me breathing on that one. Beauty.
I believe that fulfillment is about arousing pleasure and delight, you know,
Mm.
and fulfillment it's always available, but it can be buried under negative beliefs and the actions that we produce. So conscious awakening will help you reverse those thoughts and
Yeah.
that behavior and have a healthy, prosperous kind of mindset and behavior. And we'll show you how to do that through our coaching skills, methods, and techniques.
Yes, and that's conscious awakening. I have to. I'm sorry, you guys got me on a little high here because I'm being fulfilled at this moment because, and I'm a little emotional because I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and conscious awakening is very dear to my heart because I think that we walk around unconscious of how we're treating people, or how we're even treating ourselves. We walk around unconscious of not even living on purpose, not even understanding what our purpose is about. I didn't want to create something. I mean, to me, this is basics because we can get deeper into conscious. Most definitely, there's many levels of conscious, but just helping someone else become aware of where they are, what they're doing, how they're treating themselves first, and how they are treating others is extremely important to me. I had to learn as I traveled this journey of being conscious how I was treating my own self, how I was not believing in my own self, how I was treating my parents, my friends, my environment. So it's extremely important to me now. And at this time, it has been for a moment to truly stand up and help the world become conscious and to help the world become awakened to how we're walking around. We're losing kids every day. People killing themselves, killing other people every day. It drives me crazy sometimes. Which I know we're gonna have issues, we're gonna have problems. That's part of life. But how can we help people stand up and become truly conscious of the things they do? Ask themselves a question. Okay, so how I'm gonna walk out this door today? I remember every day I would get up and go outside and say hello to the world. Good morning, world. How am I going to show up today? So I just want us to become awakened of how we're showing up, and how we're showing up in our families, how we're showing up for ourselves. It's truly important because El Ray just said it, Judy just said it. We're here to help each other. We feed off each other. So don't think we don't need nobody because we all need each other. And I just had to let that out.
Well, I'm glad you
What?
did. It
That's
really it generated a thought, something that had happened to me. I was at a men's meeting with some of the guys that I go to church with, and and we were talking about this, that, and the other, and I got convicted because, and it was about 4 years ago, but and it was a transparent moment, but what I heard the Spirit say was, you want to be a, a great servant and a son in the house that you go and that you serve in, but you're not even committed to being a son in your house, your household, and to your parents. What kind of, are you fulfilling your obligations as a son, as a father, as a daughter, as a husband, as a wife? And we have to look at, your first obligation is to your family. Charity starts at home and spreads abroad. So I had to really reevaluate myself. I'm doing all this stuff in the church and everything, but I was so negligent in making sure that my parents were taken care of, because they're in their 80s and they don't drive and they don't do this. And hey, do y'all need anything? Just a simple, and it broke me down actually, because I had to repent. And repent isn't saying I'm sorry. Repent means to turn away, turn around from, make a 180 and go the other direction. So with that being said, I had to start fulfilling my obligations. Just a simple thing is, Dad, I'm gonna come by there tomorrow and cut your hair. You know what I mean? And just being a good son, because we want to do things in this where we're getting the spotlight shined on us, and that's that's prideful. But true fulfillment is an inner peace, is an inner, it's the inner activity that goes on where doesn't nobody sees you except for the when the spotlight isn't on, and I would really want to admonish everybody that's listening, that will see this broadcast, to be consciously aware and consciously awakened to, it's good to get hand claps and applause for things, but who are you when the camera goes off?
Mm.
So I would really admonish you all to start to look within and seeing, are you checking the boxes in private that you want to check in public?
Hey, Juju, what you
Kim,
got?
you see?
I totally agree with everything. If you want to change your life, you got to change your thinking. And that's what El Ray did. We got to live, we got to be people that think on purpose, like Kim said, because every thought you think is designing your entire life. We're designing our entire life. As El Ray just said, every thought we think, we design our entire life. So if you give it to somebody, if your thoughts, I talked about that earlier, if our thoughts are scattered and we're all over the place and we're not focused, we're not going to see the kind of results that we want to manifest in our life. It's just not going to happen. We have got to become men and women that are able to design our life on purpose and design our thinking on purpose. And once we get that design down pat, we'll be living a fulfilling, enjoyable life on a daily basis. But like I talked about earlier, stop trying to do it all in once. And because when you do that, you become scattered and you don't accomplish anything. So now I'm taking focus. I got a whole plan for the month of June. I'm taking focus, tiny bites and tiny bits of goal setting, and I'm going to accomplish that and not try to be over here, over there, over there. That's one of the things that I have to improve on in my life. It's a tendency that I've had for a long time, and I see that I struggle with trying to overcome that. But focus is my new friend.
Amen.
Amen on that. Look,
That's good,
amen.
Judy. That's
Most
good.
definitely, yeah. Because that's my new friend too. Focus, focus. Just focus, Kim. I tell myself, okay, Kim, calm down. Just focus, Because I want to take small bites. Even with conscious awakening, I came to the realization I'm not going to try and I'm like, okay, you guys, let's go here. Let's start this. No, we're going to take small bites. We're going to build this thing step by step. And you guys are here to watch us do that. And it's not that we don't know, because we do know, but we want to be sure. We want to have everything in place, and we want to enjoy this journey, first of all, because this is part of fulfillment. Each one of us enjoys what we're doing. Each one of us have a purpose of doing this. So I need Judy to know her purpose, El Ray to know his purpose, and most definitely Kimberly need to know her purpose. So which other way to do that than to be patient, as El Ray always telling me? Slow down, woman, and just breathe.
Woosah.
So all three of us is learning, we're in that space. That's mystic that we're all at that place in our lives, just taking our time and taking bites and learning how to be focused. Because focus is, Judy, man, that is on mine is commitment and consistency.
Mm.
I created the 4 4s back here 3 years ago. And the biggest two that stick out for me is commitment and consistency.
My 4 hours self awareness,
Mm-hmm.
recognizing my strengths and areas that I need to grow, like El Ray just said. The second thing is my self development, setting my goals for self improvement. And my third is self discovery, understanding how I have this kind of emotional mindset and how I've been shaped by my past and how I am transforming that. And then lastly is self mastery. I'm celebrating my success and, defined in my own style.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, mine is being intentional and specific in everything that I do. Um, there should never be any wasted movement or motion in my life anymore. Even if I'm going out to have fun with friends, I should have a specific goal that I want to achieve, even in that.
Yes.
I did
Because
that last night. That is
I'm sorry. So, with that being said, and in your specifics, all you have to do is make sure you're taking small bites, like you said. Kim just said, taking you can't even enjoy the pie if you gobble it all up at one time. You take the small bites in life and make sure that they're intentional and that you enjoy each and every bite and that you savor the moments.
Yeah.
That's if you savor the moments, then I promise you, you'll wonder, how did I get to this place? Well, it's step by step, line upon line, and precept upon precept, and you'll find yourself where you're at. There was a Santa Claus is coming to town, and the little cartoon back when we were kids used to watch. And it was one segment. He said, "Put one foot in front of the other. and soon you'll be walking out the door. You know, it's putting one foot in front of the other because it's not, the race isn't given to the swift nor the strong, but to he that endureth to the end.
Wow.
Enduring. How are you enduring? How are you being fulfilled even in your patience?
Mm.
You know, there's a scripture that says, in your patience possess ye your souls. When you're impatient, your soul is all over the place.
Whoo, I know about that.
But in your patience, you possess your soul. You are the master of your soul. So
And that's
that's
interesting you say that because December the 5th, I just found my notes. December the 5th, 2019, at 10:22 a.m., I created these C's for myself. And basically mine is consistency, commitment, courage, and confidence. But check this out. It says, since I am the co-creator of my life, and you just talked about that, I put down here, I wanted to explore the part of co-creating my life. And then I had in here about fulfillment. Didn't realize here we are. What is this, 2022? And we're talking about fulfillment. So mine came out is I have to learn how to have the courage and the confidence in order to be committed and consistent.
Amen. That's it.
So, I wanted to learn how to harmonize with the rhythm of the universe. These are the things that I wrote down back here in December, or 2019, because I'm always writing stuff down. So I'm most definitely on that path of just developing those 4 C's for myself.
Yeah.
Really being consistent, really being committed to this because that's my tendency is not to stay committed, not to be consistent. That is so important for me now.
That's
Very much
that's.
so.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that right there is, that's the key. That's the key to unlock the. That's the song to the key of life. You know, what I mean? Commitment and consistency. Because it's like when you aren't. It's just being focused. And understanding that, hey, I'm gonna get there. And if I don't, at least I'm farther ahead than I was when I started. You know.
And Judy just said it's your mindset because we can say things and we don't realize. Y'all have to realize words have vibration. We live in vibration. That's why I said, being in rhythm with the universe, being in that vibration. So we have to even be careful with what we say,
Mm-hmm.
actions we put out, because everything is vibration.
That's it.
So I'm going to vibrate on consistency and commitment and confidence
That's it. That's it.
and courage. I'm vibrating on all of that because that's what it takes for me to do the things that to live on purpose.
The I was what I really wanted to say when I started was, always remember, life is a flow, not a fight.
The rhythm of love.
The rhythm of, we are part of a rhythm nation.
Janet Jackson.
But I'm serious. It's
Yeah.
like the more you try to fight something, the more, one thing I learned in football was, if you're about to get hit, relax your body and go with the hit. People that are in car accidents that are asleep, they're usually less injured than people that tense up and take all that impact because they're trying to fight against the force. Go with the force. Go with life is going to bring you some challenges. You don't stand there and get run over, but just try to figure out what's happening, why is it happening, where is it coming from, and just go with it until you can ride the wave and then come back out of it, and you'll be like, ooh, that wasn't so bad after all.
I mean, and basically, Errol, we create these walls. I was just telling Judy about an experience last week, and I was like, Kim, can you just stop? I had to stop and witness how I be creating these barriers for myself to knock down because of my lack of not being patient or my lack of not being committed, wanting things to happen tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then I create these barriers. I have to knock it down. Okay, now I got to knock this wall down because I was impatient and I created this now. So I think if we, good morning, Rayel. I think if we just stop and stop creating more barriers for ourselves, it won't be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Flow and to get in, but we're so conditioned, and it starts at a young age. We're so conditioned to the struggle. Judy and I was talking about that the other day. When you're conditioned to the struggle, that's what you think it is. When you don't know, when this is all you've been doing for 50 something years, you came out the womb struggling. You came into a struggle with your parents. Just think about that, y'all. Take a moment and think about how you came into the womb with the struggle. You were struggling in the womb with your mother. And then you came out to the womb with the struggle because her and your father were struggling. And you went through life like that. So you think that's what life is. You didn't understand the rhythm. You didn't understand the flow. You didn't understand how to be fulfilled. So that's how you live life every day. It's like if it's not a struggle, it ain't right.
Right.
Because that's what we're familiar with. We tend to flow with what we're familiar with. Unfamiliarity, we have a tendency to run away even when it's good for us. But even when it's bad for us, like Kim said, we'll go right back to it.
Because it seems right.
It's not, it might not even seem right. It's just that we're familiar with it.
Okay,
Our
hi.
mindset has got us to a place where I'm familiar with this. So, okay, I don't want to go over there. I'm not familiar with that. So we have to change our mind. And then our whole coaching processes, that's what we're going to support you to do.
Exactly. Stop getting stuck in being familiar with stuff.
Yeah. My life had been conditioned to just always being in a struggle.
Mine too.
And it's like, man, there's so much freedom in just, again, riding the wave. You know what I mean? Because if you don't ride the wave, you're gonna wipe out. Like surfers, they ride the wave, and you see them in there, and they just going up and down and adjusting that board. And it's only when they make a bad step or they try to do something that wave is not allowing them to do that they wipe out.
Mhm.
And
That's how I felt in dancing. When I went through a lot of stuff, I danced my way through when I was a youth to be happy, really to be, fulfilled in myself. I would dance
mm-hmm,
it was just like dancing was just like freedom. It was like a wave, like you saying.
mm-hmm,
That's what dancing was for me. It was just like I get into the zone and nothing else matters. And I would feel free. I would feel
mm-hmm,
happy. Everything that was going on didn't matter anymore.
mm-hmm.
I was able to release all of the negativity that was going on and how I felt. And then once I came out of that way, I was like a little happy little girl, a young woman, like, whew. And I did that for many, many years. I would go and just dance and put
Well,
on
you were an excellent dancer. I remember in high school, we used to dance in some of the talent shows and things of that nature. I was like, man, Kim can dance.
Thank you. Yeah, we talked about that one day. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
know you really paid attention to my dancing because you
Mm-hmm.
expressed something to me about me, what you saw in me dancing. I was like, you saw all that? He was like, yeah. I was like, wow, okay, you paid attention. You know, but people, because it was most definitely deep inside of me, and that's where that's where I lived at when I was unhappy. I felt more fulfilled there.
Yeah, it was a release. It looked like you could, you could see you releasing things, and and just yeah, like you say, coping mechanism. Mine was food growing up. You know what
Okay.
I mean? So it was
Okay.
like unhealthy, but again, it was my comfort.
Mm-hmm.
So find something that that you're fulfilled in a positive way, as
That's what I'm
opposed to
saying
negative.
to you.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
conscious awakening.
Hmm?
I said, and that's conscious awakening.
Yeah, exactly.
Most definitely conscious awakening. Well, you guys, this 9/11, this has been fun, 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 fun. I don't want to leave because fulfillment has blown my mind again, just like each one of the acronyms for self, So we are done with self. We're really not done with self, but we are done with going over the acronyms for self. We're going to be creating a workshop very soon. So look out for the workshop, and the workshop is going to be on self. It's going to be a very fun, innovative, what can I say? Value creating fulfillment workshop. So please look forward to it. It should be happening by September. So we will be sending out things on Facebook, social media, maybe to some emails, but we're most definitely creating a workshop. And again, we are so happy that you guys have taken the time to come on and share. Cherie, thank you so much. Sherry, thank you so much for sharing all of that. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Arlene, Rael, Michelle, and everybody else who's out there listening that has not come in. Thank you guys so much for taking out the opportunity. We will be back next Tuesday, not next Tuesday, week after next, and we will have something good to discuss on that day. But I want to say, have a wonderful day. And I'm going to let each one of Judy and El Ray give you, say goodbye. But have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Just want to say thanks for joining us this morning. So happy that you had an opportunity to listen to us dialogue on fulfillment. And from my heart to yours, wishing you the most fulfilling and most beautiful life.
Amen. I just wanted to say thank you all for chiming in, and just remember to be the best you that you can be, and strip yourselves of all the pressures and all um, the bad thoughts about who you are, and just allow yourself to make mistakes or have experiences, and don't beat yourself up, and just that will lead to fulfillment. That will truly lead to fulfillment. Just stay on the path, and remember, it's a it's a step-by-step process. you know so have a great week, a great 2 weeks, and hope to see you again on the next show. God bless.
Bye for now.